How do stop losses work on Kraken? Let's say I have a birthday party on Wednesday night, but an important meeting Thursday morning. So Sensible Me pre-books a taxi for 10 p.m. with alerts. Voila! I won't be getting carried away and staying out till 2. That's stop loss orders on Kraken, an easy way to plan ahead. Go to kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
Today on CityCast Boise. This weekend, a 1-mile stretch of Latah will be closed to cars for Boise Bicycle Project's new Open Streets event. An organizer is joining me to discuss whether this replacement to Goathead Fest will be as popular among cyclists. Or does it have the potential to pull in even more community support and change how we envision our city? It's Thursday, September 19th. I'm Lindsay Van Allen, and this is what Boise's talking about. Joining me today is Nina Pinar with Boise Bicycle Project. Thank you for joining me today.
Hey, Lindsay. So excited to be here. Thank you.
I am so excited to talk to you because there is a brand new event coming to Boise. So the Goathead Fest is being retired this year, but it's not being abandoned altogether. What's it going to be replaced with?
So we are aiming to host an event that's even bigger and better than Boise Goathead Fest. It's going to be Open Streets Boise. So we'll still see all the great things that we enjoy and love about Goathead Fest, but it's going to be taking place in the street instead of in the park. So we're going to be pushing forward active transportation, community, neighborhood activations, and just be having a great festival in the roadway.
And for Open Streets, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like Latah is just going to be like one long 8th Street where it's just a festival, community, vendors. Is that correct?
That's a great way of putting it. It's going to be one long 8th Street with vendors, music, food, activities, yoga classes, dance classes, activities for kids, partnering with City of Boise Bugs and Parks and Rec to learn more about invasive species and how to pot plants and things.
Oh, I think that sounds like so much fun. You had a chance to talk with our Hey Boise newsletter editor about this, and you said that this new Open Streets event is different from Goathead Fest because, and I quote, "It's more than a bicycling event. It's a community event." What is Open Streets going to have to cater more towards the community at large?
So Open Streets Boise is actually a global event that started in Bogota, Colombia back in the 1970s. And it was more than just a bike event. It's actually an event that brings people together. The mayor at the time realized that the city didn't have enough park space for people to recreate, people to exercise, and to meet people. And so he decided to open up the street to the people. So every Sunday, they shut down the street. They shut down 76 miles of roadway every single Sunday and open it back up to the people. We're not quite there yet to open up 76 miles of roadway, but we're going to shut down just shy of a mile for people. And it's a way to reach the neighborhood. It's a community event. We're focusing on local businesses. We're focusing on having fun in the street to reimagine what that street could look like if it wasn't just a space for cars. So we're super excited about it.
I absolutely love what you said about taking back the streets and making them more people-friendly, because I will agree, the streets as we have them right now, not very people-friendly, not very community-friendly. Who are you hoping attends this event, maybe compared to everybody who attended Goathead Fest?
I mean, we absolutely hope that our diehard Goathead Fest fans will still come to this event. We hope that anyone and everyone will come to this event. It's really people-friendly. We hope that the community that the Boise Bicycle Project serves will come to this event. It's really meant for everyone, whether you're on a bike, whether you're on foot or a skateboard or a scooter, or just there to see what's happening and what we're doing. And we already have next year's event planned for Winstead Park. So we're so excited that this event and this model will be actually moving around Boise and that every neighborhood should be able to have their own open streets.
Yeah, I love this idea of highlighting different neighborhoods and maybe neighborhoods that haven't been the focus of bicycling or focusing on the needs of those neighborhoods to have safe areas for people to walk and bike and skateboard or scooter is something that we've been working towards for a long time in this community. And I'm glad to see you bringing it to fruition.
Absolutely. I mean, that was definitely one of the main things we wanted to do with this event, was to not necessarily host it in downtown Boise or in the North End or areas that actually have great biking infrastructure already, but to bring it to a neighborhood that needs some improvements. It's a way to start a dialogue, whether it's already getting the attention that it needs, or it needs more attention in terms of sidewalks or bike lanes or better street crossings or better community connections. This event can really just help elevate that need and bring some attention to it.
And what do you think are some of the things that, I mean, this event, Open Streets, is going to draw attention to that, but what are some things that are going to need to happen to continue that change so neighborhoods all around Boise can be safe areas for kids and families to bike?
You know, the city of Boise and ACHD, the Ada County Highway District, has done a tremendous job of changing tack and making sure that communities do get the attention that they deserve in terms of active transportation, walking and biking, and making sure that communities are safer. They've put in a lot of new bike infrastructure up on the bench along Rose Hill. Even parts of Latah have been improved. And this is a way of us celebrating that, but also saying that we would like more. And this event, I really hope, is going to actually help make a cultural shift among folks living in Boise, that sometimes it is easier to hop on your bike to ride to the grocery store than it is to get in your car. And if we can just get people to make one mode change out of their day, so to choose to bike or walk once a day versus getting in their car, will make a huge difference to the transportation landscape here.
And I don't think people know this, but this festival has already been through several iterations. Originally, there was Tour de Fat, which was sponsored by the Fat Tire Beer Company. It was basically a beer festival with biking, and that was reborn as Goathead Fest. So there's already been a lot of change with this event. Do you feel like these changes reflect the changing interests and needs of the community?
I do think so. I think it's important for an event like this to ebb and flow and change as the community needs something different. And I truly believe that Boise is on the cusp of becoming the bicycle capital of America. I mean, that's the Boise Bicycle Project's vision and goal, is that everyone has access to affordable transportation and feels safe biking and walking out on our roads. And I think we are getting closer to that. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But I think us bringing Open Streets Boise to the community is us saying that I think we're ready for it. I think we're ready to take on the next step in the transportation realm in Boise and say that we want to have safer streets. We want to be able to bike. We want to be able to walk. We want to be able to hop on a bus and to get out of our cars. And I think Boise is ready for it.
Now, two pigeons bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans can stream all the top-rated national news channels on DirecTV, and now with no satellite dish.
This just in. Weather, sports, election coverage. DirecTV has it all, but something is missing. The satellite dish.
What are you doing?
I'm reporting the news. Back to you, Bob.
Here's some news. You're a buffoon.
Stream the top-rated national news channels. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com. Internet required. Top-rated news based on 2023 Nielsen ratings.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Nina, changing and evolving can be good for big community events, but Goathead Fest was very popular. Are you worried that you might lose some of the longtime supporters of that event?
You know, that's something that crossed our minds. We definitely didn't want to feel like we're taking a fantastic event away from the Boise community. I know we all loved it. And the day that we announced the change in event style, we were flooded with so much support.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think just feeling that, hearing that, seeing that just gave us so much confidence in changing the style and nature of this event and making it even bigger and better. There will still be, so the Open Streets event, because it's a much longer event, will be split up into a series of hubs. And the Goathead Fest hub will still be there. So we'll still have our pedal-powered stage. We'll still have that, grungy feel to it. We'll have all of our invasive species partners in that same hub where we'll have music, we'll have food, we'll have that general vibe that Goathead Fest was. But we'll just be adding to that event. We'll have a transportation hub, we'll have a youth hub, we'll have a community hub, we'll have a bus hub where we'll have other partners playing music and just having a great time.
Okay, I have to ask, this event sounds really interesting. I'm very intrigued, but I have to ask if the event roots from, previous Boise festivals will still be there. Is there going to be beer? There going to be food trucks? You said you're going to keep that grungy vibe. I just want to double check there's going to be some, longtime favorites still going to be there.
Oh, of course. We're definitely still have a strong partnership with Last Grove Brewing. We'll have 2 beer gardens at the main, we call it the Open Streets Hub, which is the center right in front of Push and Pour and the Still and Wild Child. That's where our main stage will be. We'll have a big beer garden there. And then right at the other side of the event at the Kasha and Later Street intersection, that's where the Goathead Fest Hub will be. That's where the Pedal Power stage will be, and another Lost Grove beer garden. So absolutely, there'll be that partnership with Lost Grove will still be there, and we'll have a number of food vendors scattered along the route. So you really need to walk from end to end to find everything that you would like to see and what you'd like to eat. And obviously that local business hub with the Still, Push and Pour, Wild Child, White Rabbit, Primal Coffee. So there's a lot of, we call it the brick and mortar, that's part of the street as well.
And can I ask, Nina, where is the exact starting point and ending point, just so people can kind of, mentally have a picture of how big this space is going to be?
We don't really want to think of it as a start and an end because it's not a race. It's not, there is no start or finish point. We really want people to just feel like they can ebb and flow through the event and just experience all of it. So the one end will be at Crescent Rim Road. That's just off Emerald and Americana. And then we'll go all the way to the other side, which is at the Kasha and Later Street intersection. So that's just shy of a mile all the way along Later Street. So the only street that will actually be closed to traffic is Later Street.
How did you decide on Later Street and the Depot Bench neighborhood?
So originally, before this event had already been adopted by the Boise Bicycle Project, it was kind of a passion project for myself, something that I put together a steering committee. We had a rep from the city of Boise, ACHD, and BRT, and we had worked together to find the best neighborhood, the best street in Boise to host the first open streets. So we had a whole long criteria list of areas of equity, local businesses, street trees, access to parks, access to bicycle infrastructure, you name it. And eventually we landed on Later Street and decided that that was going to be the best first Open Streets event. And then myself and Jill, our development director, who was planning Goathead Fest at the time, we started chatting and we were like, this sounds like a great time to really evolve what Goathead Fest would look like into a new event and for it to really just take place in the street. I mean, if we're pushing the narrative of we want to see better bike infrastructure, we want to see active transportation being a priority, we should be hosting this event in the street. And that's how the kind of whole event structure changed.
And you're going to have Ada County Highway District President Alexis Pickering at the event. Now, she's up for re-election in November and is a big advocate for more bike infrastructure. What's the significance of having her at this event?
Absolutely. I would just like to say, before I answer this question, we are a 501c3. We can't endorse a candidate. But we are very excited to have President Pickering there. She's going to actually step on stage and speak to what ACHD has done for the bench. Other than us shutting down Later Street, there are so many other streets that are closed right now as well, because ACHD is stepping in and making those streets safer for the community. We're seeing more bike lanes, we're seeing more delineators, we're seeing bike boxes popping up everywhere across the bench. And that's just us seeing that ACHD is ready to make the streets safer for everyone and to step in and say that, hey, we are prioritizing active transportation. So Alexis Pickering will be there. She's going to be sharing with the community what she hopes to see the bench look like in the future.
And I have to ask Nina, because this was, I don't even know that much about Goathead. I never did go, but I do know that people loved the bike parade with people in costumes. Is that going to be a feature of the Open Streets event?
Yes, but it's going to be different.
Oh, okay. How's it going to be different?
So instead of doing a parade, we're going to be doing bike buses.
Oh, okay. What's that going to be?
A bike bus is essentially a group of riders. So we're going to be posting a number of locations that people can hop on a bike bus. So we'll have a leader that's going to say, hey, I'm leaving from the Boise Co-op at 11:30 a.m. And we're going to be pushing it out, and people can arrive at the co-op and say, hey, I want to join your bike bus. And they're all going to be riding together from the co-op to the event. Big pack of riders, safety in numbers. It's more fun. You meet friends and people. And it's just a way to kind of coordinate a number of people from all across Boise and to ride together to the event. So we're going to have a bike bus leave from the Boise Co-op, Sunset Park, from the Boise Bicycle Project, and from Common Ground Coffee in West Boise.
Do people need to pre-register, or I know the event is free, but do they need to get free tickets or anything before going, or can they just show up?
They absolutely don't have to do anything. All they have to do is just show up and come in with some excitement and enthusiasm. No costumes are required. If you would like to wear a costume, absolutely go for it, but it's not a requirement for this year's event.
Well, this sounds like so much fun. I am really excited to see what comes from this and how this evolves and just how this event impacts Boise. It really sounds exciting. I'm very interested in it. Thank you so much for joining me today, Nina.
Absolute pleasure. Yeah, we're really excited about it as well, and we hope that the community loves it.
That's all for today here on CityCast Boise. If you enjoyed the show, you should leave us a review. It helps other people find us. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our Friday News Roundup. See you then.